Hello, Rayphoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ape Escape Free Part 12. So now we're going to Fists of Fury. We're going to the Kung Fu Alley where there's going to be so many Kung Fu monkeys around. Going to do Kung Fu tricks on us and Kung Fu moves on us. It'll be just like we're in a Kung Fu movie with really top-notch choreography. The monkeys are highly trained at Kung Fu, but then again, we have a new morph gear we could use now, which will turn us into the Kung Fu Master. It'll turn us into like another Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, and we could go around this level and can whoop the crap out of these monkeys easy. This level looks like it's set in like some traditional section of China where everyone values the art of Kung Fu and the Kung Fu moves and the philosophy of Kung Fu and the ancient Chinese traditions. They most likely use Taoism as a religion here, if you even call Taoism a religion. They support the yin yang most likely, and they would honor it and worship all of its values and characteristics and everything the yin yang is supposed to stand for in these traditional parts of China. These awesome valleys. Imagine the Great Wall of China is not far from here. They could have made a level about the Great Wall of China. Sounds like a lost opportunity. That's not the case of this level, but it seems like another lost opportunity. But again, just about every game you could think of as some sort of lost opportunity. There's always stuff that could have been done, but they didn't because, well, you just can't do everything in a game. So games can only have so many, can only be so long. They don't want to make the game too long, then people might get turned off by it. Even then, the disc would eventually run out of space. You can only fit so much space on it with DVD. This game wasn't a DVD disc, as like, well, most PS2 games are on DVD-based discs that had silver colored information sides. And then there's a few odd games that are use CD-based discs, and their information sides are blue, which is actually my favorite kind of blue, actually. And some people argue if it's really a blue at all. Some people say it's more like a purpley color. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so how would I even know if it's blue or not? It could be a completely unique color. And what people didn't even know what Blu-ray was, people would imagine Blu-ray discs would be blue, but no, the Blu-ray and the blue in Blu-ray implies the color of the laser beam that reads the disc. Usually DVD players use red laser beams to read the discs, but Blu-ray uses blue laser beams to read discs, hence the name Blu-ray. My father used to call blue PS2 discs Blu-rays is like a joke kind of name. There's this Blu-ray PS2 game. I actually had a few of those blue PS2 games. Some of them were the Intellivision Lives collection. There was Star Wars Racer Revenge. It's a sequel to Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. There was also Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Crazy Taxi, and there are a few others, but that's not a lot of my collection. Most of the games in my collection are on DVD-based discs, because DVDs were so much better than CDs, supposedly. Simply because they could hold more space, they could hold more storage space, but I actually liked CDs more simply because they were easier for my PS2 to read. I remember the first PS2 I ever got was struck with this thing called the DRE, the disc read error, and it would plague it from reading DVD-based PS2 games, so it could only really read PS1 games and CD-based PS2 games. There's why I actually like CD-based PS2 games, but it's hard to have a PS2 collection that consists only of CD-based PS2 games. That's just pretty much impossible because very few of the games actually are on CD-based discs. Which is quite problematic, actually, if you want to do some serious PS2 gaming and PS2 collecting. So we're going to go and capture this monkey right here, this monkey that thinks he's Jackie Chan. He's actually the main star of one of the mini games in this game, where it's like a Street Fighter type game. I'm not sure if we're going to show footage of that necessarily, but there's a mini game like that. Look, his name's Yuki Chan, just like Jackie Chan, it's Yuki Chan. And it's possible I might eventually make videos of the mini games on here, but I don't know when that will be. It'll be in a bonus video, perhaps. I never actually made any videos on the bonus games or mini games in the Ape Escape games yet. But yeah, I could do that, Matt. I mean, I did make videos of the Ape Escape 1 minigames, because Ape Escape 1 is the best minigames in the entire Ape Escape franchise. I did make some videos of that. But that was years ago before I actually did commentary on any of my videos. Like way back in ancient times, in ancient prehistoric times for this YouTube channel of mine. and what was I gonna say? There was also a period of time where I where I thought of making videos on the mini games in Ape Escape on the Loose, but I don't really see the point of that. I mean, the Ape Escape on the Loose, that's the PSP port of the original Ape Escape. The mini games are different to accommodate for the fact that PSP controls were different. That's the way I see it as for the most part. It's like, why play the PSP version of Ape Escape when you could play the PS1 version? The PS1 version has better controls. It fits better for a home console. Like, the only way you can really play a PSP games now is through emulation. They're gonna have to emulate it anyways. They're gonna be using emulation pretty much. You might as well just play the PS1 version of Ape Escape then. Unless you have a bad controller, maybe you don't have a controller at all and you just have to use your keyboard. The PSP Ape Escape on the Loose might actually be better for that if you have a keyboard or something like that. I don't plan on doing a Let's Play of that, I did a Let's Play of Ape Escape 1. It's essentially the same game, but that's slightly not as good. So that's when I already did Ape Escape 1. But yeah, I might do some more videos of like the mini games and stuff. So right here we actually captured the monkey there. I think that we need to film there, so we'd have to do some free play mode. This is the only game in the series that has it's called free play mode, or once you capture every monkey in a level, you can actually go back to the level and play it as if you're playing it for the first time, but it makes you capture every single monkey in the level. This is free play mode. It's just playing it just for fun, really. You know, if you just want to have some fun, if you want to play the game and have some fun. You know, it's a good mode. I like what they did. I wish the first Ape Escape could have had something. Ape Escape 1 would have been so much better if it, or so had that much better replayability if it had that mode. The only way you can really play levels again, Ape Escape 1 is through the time attack mode, where once you complete the level and get all the monkeys in the level, you can do this time attack mode where you can try to get through the level in as quick amount of time as possible. It really restricts the levels. You can only play like certain parts of the level again, really, and then you can only capture like a few monkeys that are there. It's really about speed. I mostly use it as a means of playing levels again after you complete them, kind of like in Jumping Flash. In Jumping Flash and Jumping Flash 2, there was a time attack mode. It kind of worked as a similar method. I don't even use that mode much anymore, because the time I play Jumping Flash and Jumping Flash 2 now, I mostly just play, what is it called? Yeah, I just usually just play the main game again over and over again, which is fair for Jumping Flash, because Jumping Flash and Jumping Flash 2 are really short games, and Jumping Flash 3 is actually a really long game, actually. Most of that game is just doing chores. You do chores for pretty much the entirety of that game, nothing else, just chores, because it's set in a time of peace. Or if they'll make an Ape Escape game that's like that, where monkeys rule the world, and Spectre is a dominant leader of all the apes, and Meep actually puts the world into a time of peace, much better peace than what humans could have ever put our world into. So you just play as monkeys that do chores. That sounds like another possible Ape Escape spin-off, another possible. You know, if there would be, if Ape Escape were to continue, would there ever be an Ape Escape game where Spectre eventually wins and eventually rules over the world and stuff like that? That actually does sound like a pretty cool idea for a possible Ape Escape game. Then he says like a post-apocalyptic future. I mean, it's not a post-apocalyptic future. Those are a little too. I mean, even Bush Hartman said in one of his videos that those are a little bit too overdone. Maybe it's a utopian future that's ruled by monkeys. Yeah, I bet they would do a better job at ruling over us than a lot of the greatest leaders in the world. I doubt they would ever start wars. These monkeys don't seem to ever want to start wars. All they ever seem to want to do is just, you know, be the dominant species of the planet. But Spectre doesn't seem to want to start wars with people, or, well, okay, he doesn't like humans that much, but still, he doesn't seem like the warmonger type. He's actually one of the few game villains that I know of that's not a warmonger, or doesn't want to, like there's that sorceress villain in Spyro 3: Year of the Dragon. She wants to make dragonkind extinct by stealing all the dragon eggs so dragons cannot exist anymore. I know, that's been on my mind lately, because I've been playing that game a lot for my live streams. I've been trying to study the game again, by studying, I mean play it live during my live stream, and trying to remember how everything was. It's like a big test of my memory, pretty much, to see how my memory works. You know, can I still remember Spyro 3 after not playing it for all these years? I plan on doing a Let's Play of that game next year, because next year is 2024, which is the year of the dragon. Spyro 3 came out in the year 2000, which was the year of the dragon, and I happened to get the game in 2012, which was a year of the dragon. So it only fair I get to play that game and do a Let's Play of it when it's Year of the Dragon in 2024. If I am still capable of playing any games or Let's Playing games in 2024, if that I don't know, but I like to think I could do a Let's Play of that game in 2024. I'm sure that'll be, I'm sure all of you guys like to see that, and then I'd have to do the first two Spyro games first, which I mean, I'll beat the first two Spyro games. I just made videos of me playing for some of the demos of Spyro, the Spyro games. Like there was a Spyro 1 demo that was on some demo disc I had for the PS1, and then I had another demo for Spyro 1 on Crash Bandicoot Pre-Warped, and then I had a demo for Spyro 2. I had two Spyro 2 demos. I had one of them that was on my One of them was on a PlayStation Underground Jam Pack ads, which was dated the fall of 1999, or I can't remember if it was autumn 1999 or I think it was winter 1999 or something like that. It's like stuff that came out in late 1999, and then I remember I had another demo disc that came out in 2000, and it actually had the completed version of Spyro 2. It's a demo, but it actually pertains to the completed version of Spyro 2, so it's like playing the main game. And the other demo, the pre-release demo, it's actually possible to roll over in the demo, which is something you can't do. You can do this move in Spyro 1, but you can't do this in any of the other Spyro games. Because, you can't do this in any of the other Spyro games because, well, they took it out of Spyro 2. They probably thought the move was very redundant, so they thought, what's the point of leaving it in here? It's funny them going on and on and on about Spyro game when I'm playing Ape Escape 3. I always thought there should have been some sort of connection between the two games. I played Ape Escape and Spyro a lot back in the day, so I kind of associate the two together, even though they're not made by the same people. I mean, they're both published by Sony. They're both they were PlayStation exclusives, but I still associate the two games with each other since I played them a lot together, and I always thought they should have tied in at some point eventually. And look at this, we got a new morph gear, so that means we're going to have to take on a boss that corresponds with it, a Kung Fu-based monkey that we're gonna have to go after. Capture Monkey Red.
Well now, so you managed to make it this far.
Who are you?
An excellent question. I'm the #1 Hollywood action star, Monkey Red. Such power, such agility. Yes, I am indeed an entirely new breed of action star. My kung fu is much, much greater than yours.
Oh, yeah? We'll see about that.
Kay is such a master of Kung Fu. He's such a master of Kung Fu, he doesn't even need to be the Kung Fu morph gear, whatever it is, to fight Monkey Red. Monkey Red can be taken out. He's supposed to be the last of the Freaky Monkey 5. He's like the final boss of the Freaky Monkey 5, considering how elite he is. Like, he's such an elite, highly trained action star, but yeah, we could take him out easy. I bet he's one of those highly trained monkeys that would come to fix your computer. If you ever have one of those, like, internal thing errors that you get on the computer sometimes, where it says a team of highly trained monkeys has been sent to fix your computer. It's been sent to deal with the problem. Yeah, training monkeys. I wonder why humans are out of jobs these days. It's all because you get monkeys to do everything now. Monkeys are a play. Maybe Spectre already won in real life because monkeys are taking over humans already with stuff. It's already enough we sent them into space, and now they're taking over the IT industry. Eventually you're gonna have the IT industry. It's gonna be dominated by monkeys. Another industry that monkeys also dominates, the writing industry for a lot of things. Just take a lot of monkeys and put them all into rooms with typewriters and have them type out the world's greatest novel. That's how a lot of novels these days are typed. That's how a lot of TV shows these days are written. They use monkeys to write them because it's much cheaper to pay monkeys than it is to pay people. And the results might not be good, but most people don't care. Most companies nowadays don't care. As long as it makes them money and it allows them to be profitable, they don't really care about what the story is or what anything is. I wonder why so many stories these days are lacking. Every movie I see looks the same now, and maybe that's why, because they have monkeys to write them now. So now this is like that scene in Empire Strikes Back where Luke Skywalker, or was it Darth Vader? Darth Vader cut a tube, and then it made gas fly everywhere, so you can't really see very well. Or like that scene in Star Wars Episode 2 when Anakin cut the electricity line to the place, and then made the place go dark, the lights go out, and they're fighting in the dark. That's what this is like. Monkey Red went into a dark room on purpose, thinking it might be, more beneficial, or it might be easier for him to fight us if it's in the dark. But no, he does the exact same thing, but it's in the dark. If you had a TV from back in the day, heck, I used a TV that was even older than when this. I used to play this game on a TV I had from 1994, and this would never look too dark on that TV. I always thought, yeah, it's trying to look dark, but it's not dark at all. Still the exact same thing. But they think it's harder now because it's supposedly in the dark. Ooh, it's dark, it's scary. But we could defeat this guy easy in the dark, where it's, like really dark. Ooh, be careful, it's dark in here.
Okay, now I'm gonna get serious.
Like, he wasn't serious already? How can we keep whooping his butt if he's really that serious about defeating us? And this guy is just a large walking fart joke, which is why he uses his farts everywhere on us. One of the people at Right the Loud House got their ideas from these kind of fights. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they got the idea of these fights from. Well, both they got the idea of Loud House from these types of fights. I know that this guy in my Discord server, he was telling me last night that his least favorite character from Loud House is Lynn Loud, all because she's nothing but a walking fart joke. And she's also a real dick to a lot of the people on the show as well too. So that's another reason why that she's not as well liked anymore. And this Monkey Red is probably not well liked either. He's a real jerk too. He's like one of those buff Hollywood action stars. It's kind of a jerk, and they would try to find a way to. And they would try to find a way to get into hiding. So they would probably move to a place like Springfield. Where they get Homer Simpson to come and like help them hide or something like that. There actually was an episode of Simpsons that was like that where Homer had to be the gopher for a Hollywood couple that was living in Springfield. So Monkey Red thinks this level is really challenging because he's throwing blades around, like sending out spinning blades. And then we just knocked him out the top of the building. He fell flat on his back, fell down a bunch of stairs. There's no way someone could have survived that, but he can because he's clearly genetically augmented. And so now we've captured Monkey Red. We didn't even need the Kung Fu Fighter once. This guy wasn't even really a challenge. He's a pushover. He's a wussy. And now Spectre TV broadcasts are down in this area. And Aki's gonna praise us as usual.
Well, that is just...
Yeah, no more sarcasm this time. She just says it.
Tomoki, all of the freaky Monkey 5 have been defeated!
Well, it seems that we'll have to take things to the next level.
Are your preparations complete?
Well, of course, Mr. Spectre. I wouldn't say such things if they weren't.
Yeah, we know something's coming up. Something really vile is coming up. That's why I had to get preparations ready. And she's just going to talk about, oh, Monkey Red just does nothing. It's nothing. Even Aki knows that Monkey Red's nothing but a big fart joke. And now I have to go after Dr. Tomoki next or something like that. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.